Today we're going to show you how to organize your trips a little bit better, and Yahoo gets a new interface for the iPad. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad aplay. Jeffrey Powers here. Once again, like I said, Jeffrey Powers, that's my name, Jeffrey Powers. You like my name? Jeffrey Powers. It can be shortened to Jeff Powers. Some people do that. Anyway, welcome to the show. How you doing? Of course, the show Twitter handle is iPad365. The email is show@ipad-365.com. Go over there, suggest any apps that you might have seen that I haven't seen, and if you've made an app, let me know that too by going over to show@ipad-365.com. All right, today we're going to be taking a look at a couple apps here. We're going to talk about Yahoo in a second, but first of all, do you remember the days of the travel agent? There's only been a few handful of trips that I ever took when I grew up before 9/11, but I remember those small little, you go to the travel agent, they give you that small little leather trifold case, and it had your airline tickets, it had your car documents in there, it had your hotel information in there, it had a map, maybe had some coupons or something like that, and a whole bunch of phone numbers that you could get to go to a payphone to call them if they had any questions or whatnot. Those days have completely changed immensely since then. Plane tickets are basically QR codes now. Cars are waiting with an ID. Maps come from your phone, and they're basically stored in a series of emails that you have to basically fuddle through to find as you're trying to figure, well, I need this confirmation number, this confirmation number, this confirmation number. Well, that's where this app comes in. It's called TripCase. It not only allows you to plan your current trips, but also allows you to put in future trips, even if you don't have any of the itinerary ready. For instance, I'm going to add an item right here. Now, I'm going to go back a second. I do have one trip in here, and that is my upcoming trip to CA World, Computer Associates World. But I want to add an item. Let's say I want to make a trip here. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to choose my trips. And I can say, well, here's my CA World trips. I can manage those trips. I can create a new trip. I'm going to call this trip name Vacation. Now, where am I going to go with my vacation? Well, I could go get a flight myself, and then I could find certain flights. I can add that to the trip. I can find lodging, car rental, so on and so forth. And as I continue on, as I get these things, they can populate into TripCase here. And so I have a full itinerary straight from one place, as opposed to an email here from March 31st and an email here from May 2nd or whatnot. So I can put in my flight information and it looks it up. I can put in lodging information if I have a confirmation number and that's hooked up online, it will put it in there. I might have to manually put it in there depending on where I go for lodging. If I do a car rental, I can say which car rental, once again put a confirmation number in there. If I do a car rental, I can say which car rental, once again put a confirmation number in there. So when I go to the front desk, if they say, hey, we don't have your confirmation number, you can just pull it up in this one easy app and show it to them, and then they go, okay, well, you got a confirmation number, here's all your information, we'll get you a car, we'll get you a hotel or whatever you need. It also will plan any type of meetings, any type of dinners or anything like that, that will let you, that'll have it in one place as opposed to a calendar. Now, there are some share options and some calendar options, and that's what makes this really cool. What I can do with the share option, I can send my information to another person. So basically, let's say if I want my CA World, I can basically say share. And of course, I'm sending it to Jennifer, so she knows all the information, but I can add an email address, blah, 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 right there, and then go back and have that information there. I can also have them go in and make changes. They could log into the account. They could be my travel agent, so to speak. They can make the changes. So if I'm in mid-flight and all of a sudden we find out, oh, geez, we have to change the location of that dinner from restaurant A to restaurant B, she can go in there and change it as long as she has my password. She goes in and changes it, and then when I get off the plane, I go, oh yeah, okay, that's completely different now. So I can be on top of everything, and I can have more than one person be on top of everything. And that's the cool part of this app. Finally, if I want to add this to my calendar, all I have to do is choose to make a snapshot of my TripCase and download it and import it to the calendar. It will also turn on the subscription method, so I can instantly update all of my calendars if I want to use a calendar instead of TripCase to go through. Now, the cool thing about this, it works for iOS devices, iPhone, the iPad. It even works for your Android devices. I do have TripCase on here, and if you want to, you go up. They have a web page as well, so you can go up and you can look at your information, change your information from there. So it's very accessible. The name of the application is called TripCase. It's in the App Store. Check it out and download it for your device. Yahoo has made some updates and some changes. They added the Yahoo Mail. This is now available for iPad. Before it was for your iOS device, your iPhone. But now they've integrated the iPad features, and so you have a larger screen. If you use Yahoo, this is a great way for you to check your mail. Now, most of my Yahoo Mail I actually have in my mailbox. But with this, I can go in here and I can look at it. And I use my Yahoo just simply as a extra. I've got one Twitter account hooked up to this. I used it. I had this email account way before I had Geekazine.com. So getting rid of it is probably not in my best interest. But you know, a lot of junk mail shows up on the in the Yahoo email box. But if I was to cultivate it a little bit, I bet you I could really make this into a better email box, so I could use it. But once again, I don't use it. You know, a couple websites are linked to this email address. And I have it for Yahoo reasons. If I want to use something like Yahoo Pipes, my Flickr account was originally hooked up to here. Of course, they've since then separated it from the email, things like that. So I still have the Yahoo account. But the bottom line is this. If you do have a Yahoo account, and I know many people do, you can now download for a tablet the Yahoo account. You can also get it for your Android. You can also get it for your iOS device. And it looks pretty good, very straightforward. You have your reading pane on the one side, and then of course you have all your messages on the other one. If you want to go in here, like for instance, this looks like a spam message. I'm just going to delete that straight up. I can delete that, or if I get in, let's see, here's another spam message. I think I can hit this little shield down here, and that sends it to the spam box. And then, of course, if I want to organize things, I hit the three lines on the side, and of course, I have my inbox, my outbox, my spam messages, so on and so forth. So I can actually change things. I also have the apps down here. I can go to my finance app, messenger app, Sportacular, Yahoo. These are all extra apps, which means that I would need to download them as well. I can also send feedback, share the app, rate the app, and more. It's Yahoo. They've updated their email app, and you can check it out. Go over to Yahoo. We'll have the link in the show notes. Just go over to iPad-365.com or Geekazine.com and check it all out there. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What did you think of TripCase? What did you think of the Yahoo Mail? Do you still use Yahoo Mail, or did you switch over to another mail like Outlook or Google or something like that? Let me know. You can Twitter me over at iPad 365. Of course, you can also email me at show@ipad-365.com. All right, we will be back on Monday when we'll have another app, a really cool augmented reality app. We'll do that on Monday. It will be another episode of iPad 365. My name is Jeffrey Powers, or Jeff Powers, however you want to call it. We'll see you then. You guys geek out.